common one, especially for those who've been married for so many years. This is where you're stuck in your little comfort bubble every Friday night.
We all know that marriages aren't as strong. It seems like people are getting divorced now more than they ever have, and I think it's important for a couple to never be relaxed in having fun with each other. And I think the more you can be creative and think of ways to have fun rather than just sitting at home, and even though you may enjoy one another's company, always trying to strive to be or to do something new and create.
I have such a passion for this subject because my background is in interpersonal communication and family studies and family relationships. And I was teaching classes in the community on how to build your relationship, also communication, self-esteem, lots of different topics. And a community leader came forth and said, "How would you feel about teaching a class called How to Date Your Spouse?" I thought about it for a minute, and I thought that sounded like a lot of fun. It was something new and different. It was a challenge for me. I come from a family with divorced parents, and I'm married to someone who has divorced parents, so the odds have been against us. So this was a great challenge to take on, and I had a lot of fun with it. After teaching the class for a month or two, I had some women come to me afterwards and say, "You know, if you were to put these ideas into a book, we would just love it." That's when the light bulb came on, and I thought this would make a wonderful book. It's just got a wealth of information that couples all over the world can use. And ever since then, ever since we put those ideas together and this book has come forth, it's just been a real exciting experience, and it's just been a blessing and a benefit for so many couples.
I think it speaks to how to stay connected with and interested in each other as a couple, which is very important. I think it speaks to how to enrich a marriage, which is important because that's really what the dating is about, is enriching and making a marriage more vibrant and a better experience for the people who are married. I would strongly recommend Lindsey's book for anyone who wants to enjoy and have fun enhancing their relationship. It's not hard work. It's something that's fun, it's something that's enjoyable, and it's something that I believe can help any marriage so that people can reconnect with each other and feel good about where they're at in their relationship again.
I think a lot of couples throughout the years, they've been married 10, 15, 20 plus years, and they start to lose the spark. And really, when you lose the spark, you're really losing interest in each other. You're not spending that time together anymore. You're not doing the things that you were doing that were so crucial when you were dating, the things that drew you together in the beginning, the fun dates you went on, the passion, the excitement, the butterflies. And so really this book is great because with the date ideas, if you apply them and you apply them to your marriage and your relationship, you're going to start to feel young again, and you're going to start to feel how you did when you were dating back in college, before you got married. You're going to have that excitement again, and you're going to get those butterflies back. With children and with a job and having to pay the bills, there is that part of marriage that ties us down. But we can also have a lot of fun with our spouses, and we can also go back to how we were before we were married and have those fun experiences again. So the book combines both of those aspects together, and it's just a lot of fun.
I liked her ideas that seem so simple, but yet it's things that I think every couple needs to put into every single date. Want to do something fun and creative for a certain night that you're going to have a babysitter. It's really nice to go back to her book because she already has tons of ideas already there and planned out for you, and you just need to take advantage of it. So.
That's one of the better things about the book, I think, is her ideas, because it's easy to just tell people what they should do on a date, but Lindsey does a good job of having the ideas ready, just at least get you started with what you want to do. And after you start doing some of her ideas, then I think you can create some of your own, or if you're creative off the bat, then you can do that. I know that I always need help with creativity, so I like her book that way.
There's a chapter in my book called Butter What, and really what it's about is butterflies, how to get those back. And believe it or not, you could be married 50 plus years and you can still get those butterflies back. And I offer some really great ideas in that chapter about little things that you can do. Some of the really exciting ideas I have in there are to put yourself in a situation with your spouse where your adrenaline's going to get going and you have to rely on your spouse. Skydiving, things that you're terrified to do, whether it's horseback riding or hiking, the things that you normally wouldn't do, but to do those with your spouse and then to have to build that trust, you know, if something happens, you're with me, just rekindles those exciting feelings and gets that adrenaline going. A really good point in that chapter that I make is good old time apart. Whether it's just a weekend getaway or, you know, 2 weeks away from your spouse, that good old time apart is going to draw those butterflies back.
My sense is that the ideas in this book are based upon a wellness model rather than a disease model, and I think it's a great way for people to enrich and work on a relationship while the relationship still is healthy and functioning before it gets diseased. The ideas that Lindsey uses in her book are great for keeping a marriage vibrant and alive, and I think boredom is the reason for a lot of affairs. I think it's a reason for a lot of neglect, and so I do think that if those things are used in a healthy marriage and consistently, it can be very, very beneficial.
Okay, Caribbean Night's one of your fun ideas there in your book. Also in your book, you've broken couples down into 3 clever titles. I want to say them all and then we can go through them one by one. M&M, Mundane and Married, T&T, Trapped by Time, B&B, Budgeting Yet Broke. We're going to let Lindsey explain what the categories mean and what category you fall into. First, M&M, Mundane and Married.
Yes, this is a common one, especially for those who've been married for so many years. This is where you're stuck in your little comfort bubble. Every Friday night's the same old date, dinner and a movie. It's hard to be creative and add that spice, and so this is a very common one that a lot of us can fall into every now and then.
Okay, the next one was the time, right?
The time, Trapped by Time. This one is typical for students and people that are just, their schedules are so busy that they never get to see each other, and so time can be a very big factor to why couples don't get to date, so I know.
B&B, Budgeting Yet Broke, just the money, the budget, too tight.
Yes, your college students or your newlyweds or today, any of us, I guess, with the economy. But yeah, budgeting yet you're broke. These are the couples who feel that they can't go out on dates because they don't have the money, which is a big mistake. You don't have to have money to go out on a date, and a lot of people make that misconception. So.
Can you be all 3 of those, by the way? Because I can feel all 3 of those hitting me there.
Absolutely, yes.
You have some great ideas for people who...
I was just talking the other day to one of my readers, someone who just finished the book, and he had told me that he had always been an M&M couple. He had always been that husband or that man who had done the same date month after month, week after week, and he couldn't figure out why it was getting old and they were losing the passion. And he talked to me about it and he said, you know, this book opened my eyes because I didn't realize that that's what you have to do. You have to be changing things up. You have to be trying new things. And you may not have the best date ever, but at least you tried something different, and it's going to be better than doing the same thing every Friday night. A lot of couples that came forward said to me specifically that these are ideas we've never thought about before, we've never tried before. And, you know, after trying a couple of these ideas, our marriage has completely taken a different turn. That's the whole purpose of the book, is to get couples to break that mold, try something different, become something new, and rekindle that relationship, add that spark, add that spice. And that's what this book will do for any couple.
I'm already recommending this book. I've talked about it with family members. I would recommend it even more to more people that I haven't talked to, but I'm already recommending the book.
If you're starting to drift apart in ways that you're starting to wonder about what you can do, this is the time to start doing some very creative things, and I can't think of anywhere to get more really good creative suggestions to enrich a marriage than in Lindsey's book.